The reason money is such a big issue for people is number one, many of them have chose to work on that issue this time of in this incarnation, this time alive. They've choose to work on that, on this money issue. So it's a big deal in that context. It's also a big deal because you're reminded of it all the time. It's almost like you're constantly getting poked. Just like today, I go to the mailbox, there's bills that come in the mail, and then I have stuff that's going on online, and there's, subscription charges. And then there's like my mind will be like, oh my God, if I've got that one for $7.99, how many more do I have? So all that money thing and like, oh, is money leaking from me and all these money conversations, it's always up on you. Money is always like this, right? Because it's a big part of the exchange and there's a lot of importance and significance put on it by the culture. So it's a hot subject. Let's say that money is a hot subject. So when you feel that little thing, like if you go get a coffee with your friend and it's $8, or I don't know, 60,000 rupees, whatever that is. And you buy the coffee. And then when you finish, as you're ordering it, and then as you're drinking it, you got a couple little thoughts of like, maybe he should have bought his own coffee. Why do I buy his coffee? But you're doing all that, not about him buying the coffee or anything. If you were a millionaire, you would have said, hey, it's Taryn. Coffee's on me for everybody in the house. It's your lucky day. You happen to be here at Starbucks on the same day that Taryn the Magnificent was here. Coffee for everybody. I don't care if they want extra whipped cream, give it to them. But since you're having this conversation about being broke or not having money, instead the conversation starts to come from lack. Okay? And so what I tell people is you have issues and things in your life, like there's your love life, there's your sex life, there's your work life, there's your financial life, there's your play life, there's your social life. There's these areas, we'll call them subjects or topics of your life. And let's say there's 5 of these subjects or topics. And in 2 of them, you're doing really, really good. Like you're doing great in relationship, and you're doing great in your work and your purpose, finding your passion. Like things are starting to move in those areas, and you're feeling the motion in those areas. But this area of money and this area of personal relationships are kind of dragging. Like I'm struggling with them, and I'm not having powerful conversations about them. The conversations I'm having about it is, where's my lover? I thought I would have a lover by now. This thing doesn't work on lovers. Maybe lovers are exempt from this law of attraction stuff. And then the money, I keep thinking the money's going to come, but why it's not here. And then I'm wondering who's going to bring me the money. I can't sit around and expect somebody that I don't know to mail me money. Yes, you can. I can't sit around and just think money's going to show up with me. Yes, you can. I got to start discovering a way to change how I feel if the situation around money is going to change. I know that's the way it works. So what I'm going to do is something extremely radical, and here's the handle. As it pertains to money, when I'm in alignment and I feel good, I'm going to think about money. I'm going to feel the possibility and the power and whatever comes up for me when I'm in alignment. In fact, it's so valuable to me that I'm going to live my life practicing getting into alignment. And when I get close enough to my inner being and I get pulled into alignment, I don't care where I'm at. I'm going to stop and I'm going to start using my imagination to start imagining what I want in the area of money. But what I'm not going to do is wake up Saturday morning when I just got a bill I can't afford and I'm feeling lack and no abundance. Okay, I can be rich. Okay, I'm going to be rich and I'm going to be happy and I'm going to have a beautiful girlfriend. Okay, I can do this. You feel how desperate that is? You're just going to get more desperate stuff. So the recommendation or the handle is get your attention off of money. Don't even think about it. Think about the subjects that raise your vibration. Think about the subjects that make you feel good. Think about how great and how wonderful your mom's been to you. Think about how excited you are for your sister to go out and experience the joy of her life, and how available you are for your sister if something happens and she gets bumped into some stuff, or a crummy boyfriend or something. What a beacon of knowledge and wisdom and support you can be. You're no longer trying to rescue and fix people. You're now looking into thinking how big your life can be and what's possible for you. And all of these things now are moving your vibration in the direction of more wealth, more abundance, more money. Without talking about money, only if I'm in alignment, I talk about money. I'm not trying to trick myself into being wealthy. I don't need to say a bunch of mantras to make myself. I don't need a money vision board. You can do all those. You can do anything you want, but only do those things that make you feel good. That's all it is. And so I'm calling all of those things that you do, those exercises, drills, I'm calling those alignment practices. Because you do these things, you can call them resistance removers if you want, or alignment practices is what I call them. They're just practices that when you do them, you feel good. And then so people go, well, what practices should I do? The ones that feel good. Well, which ones are those? I don't know. Let's make one up. Do you like to stand on one leg? No, that's weird. Never stood on one leg. Okay, well, that one's not for you. Do you like to meditate? I never really tried it. Okay, well, you can try meditation. Do you do yoga? I don't know. Never tried yoga. Well, you can try yoga. You ever done Tai Chi? You ever get a massage? You ever do Reiki? You ever do sound bowls? You ever try running? You ever do gardening? Just fuck, dude. But the key to all of it and what you want to keep remembering is the key to all of it is how you feel. You're not going to be wealthy being scared and avoiding the lack and not enough moneyness. You're not going to get there. And if the money thing is an issue that's causing you a lot of doubt and uncertainty, or you're feeling a lack of abundance there, stop thinking about it. Start thinking about other things that feel good. Don't go out of your way and find something that feels bad and try to fix it and change it. That starts ruining all the other things that are doing well. So it's almost like you shoot yourself in the foot, right? So whatever condition you find yourself in, I want to let you know from my own experience and from well over 1,000 people that I've worked with this lifetime. It's a crummy feeling to not feel good. When you don't feel good, you got one real problem, and it kind of tarnishes, or it clouds, or it kind of invades and kind of dampens and kind of ruins everything that you're experiencing in life. You can't create new concepts and new stuff from there. Life is just kind of a bummer. And it's not a conversation that you really have a bunch of outlets to speak about. It's just you feel crummy, and then you spend time trying to just kind of hold on to your crumminess. The problem with that is you can't ever handle the crumminess by doing something different and more. The only way you're going to handle the crumminess is by discovering what the source of the crumminess is and then how to handle it. That's why I'm inviting you to join the Skool community, because in the Skool community, you're going to get a course full of modules where you're going to see me talking about these specific component parts of the law of manifestation, law of attraction, law of creation, whatever you want to call it. You're going to watch those videos. You're going to understand that this course is encapsulated in such a way that you can fully have an experience of yourself knowing what to do now. You can also download a free copy of my book, Think It, Feel It, Have It, The Keys to Creation. Just a quick blurb about that book. In there, I talk about the magnetic force, the magnetic field of the heart, the electromagnetic field of the heart, 5,000 times more powerful than the electromagnetic field of the mind. That's going to start to tell you something about how we're going from here to down into here. Also, over the last 15, 20 years, I've gathered what are the sources and the main causes of the resistance that we create for ourselves. I'm going to give you that as well. So you also, as you move and you start doing this work, you start to realize, if I don't keep in this conversation or stay with this work, I start to sink back into these old ways of being, or old thought patterns, or old conditioning, or old programming. So what I've done is I've now incorporated a weekly phone call that keeps you in this conversation. It's not the same as going to church, but the frequency of it and the experience of it is going to be the same. And that is, you're going to gather more knowledge, and you're going to release some more resistance and experience more relief. And lastly, this is a whole community. I think right now there's a couple hundred people in the Skool community. This is a whole community of like-minded people like you. You can start to interact with people in the group and start to find out more as you're moving along. And lastly, if this is something that's resonating for you and you're ready to really keep going and really take this on in a real concerted, directed, focused manner, there's programs where you and me can work together one-on-one. So let's get moving. Like, no kidding. Let's start moving in the direction that you want to, and have you start feeling better and start experiencing things that you want to experience in your life. Book a one-on-one call with me. And in that call, I'm going to lay this out for you really, really clear, in such a way that at the end of the call, you're going to understand that there is a way that you can go about getting yourself to be able to intentionally create things for yourself and for your life, and that how you've been doing it isn't this way. And I'm going to give you that on this phone call. Whether you choose to work with me further, that's a completely different conversation. If that's something that comes up for you, we'll work that out at the time. But right now, let's just get in touch and let's let you see just how this actually works, which I'm telling you, you're going to find is different than how you've been holding it. And I'm really looking forward to connecting with you and talking with you.